Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. You can see that I just found out that I'm live, so I'm just like looking down for half a second just seeing what's going on, but we are here. Word, what's up? I'm Zacian and welcome to Zacian, the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be covering over Bronzong Toolbox. This is a deck that's recently popped into our top 10 of the Chilling Reign metagame. So this deck's been doing some decent results at tournaments. My goal is to cover all the competitive decks, and when a deck enters the top 10, you can sure as heck bet that I'm going to likely cover it. And I say likely because sometimes decks sneak into the top 10, I don't always get around to them, but I am hyped to showcase this one. So the goal of this thing is to basically film this video live. So if you're watching it right now, we're live. If you're watching it after right now, and right now it's 12:30 p.m. Eastern on a Tuesday. We're Tuesday today? Wednesday? We're Wednesday today. This week is just going brrr. But yeah, it's 12:30 p.m. Eastern on a Wednesday. We're filming it live. Word, if it's after the fact, then you get to listen, try to tune into the facts. I mean, I just kind of sporadically do these, so you might miss it, you might not. Check my Twitter at Zacian PTCGO if you ever get a chance. All the links for all my socials are in the description, by the way. Along with this list, you can copy and paste it, and just play along, or listen along, or have access to an awesome list. Yo, what's good, the Dirty G? What's poppin'? Like I said, if you got any questions pertaining to Pokemon, or you just want to hang out, odds are I'm going to interact with you live. So you're like, yo, Zach, why did you do that? Why did you do this? Why should I do this? Why should I not do that? I got you. So we're going to cover through all of that. So like I said, when you're going through the descriptions, feel free to check out my social media, check out some of my sponsors, pick up a Zacian t-shirt, become a channel member, pick up a Zacian playmat. All that stuff really does help me as a content creator. Look, peeps, I'll be real. I'm literally getting married to the love of my life, Michelle. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. She's smiling on the couch about 2 feet away from me. So it's one of those things where we got I mean, when I say expensive, and everything's expensive, relatively at least, we got a wedding coming up, so feel free to be generous. All of it's going towards the wedding and helping us offset those costs. If you can't, that's totally cool. Give this video a like, leave a comment below, letting me know if you like Bronzong Toolbox or not. And of course, subscribe. We just passed 5,000 subscribers the other day, and when I mean the other day, I mean yesterday. So thank you so much to everyone getting us there. It's absolutely amazing. That being said, I could ramble on for absolutely forever. I could literally make a video intro where I'm like, blah 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 blah, subscribe, like 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. But we're gonna jump into the deck profile portion. So I have the deck pulled up here. Word. And this is what we got going on for the deck. We got, it's interesting. I should say it's interesting. And thank you, the Dirty G. I appreciate it. The goal here is Bronzong's Metal Transfer. That's the main strategy. As often as you like during your turn, you can go ahead and move things around when it comes to metal energies. So, how do you get metal energies in play? You could either get them in play by manually attaching them, just your attachment per turn, Intrepid Sword, getting some energies with that. You got Metal Saucers, and boom, you could also move around Aurora energies. So as long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only provides 1 energy at a time. Since you can move around Aurora energies, you have access to cool attackers like Eternatus V, where you can attack with Dynamax Cannon. I know a lot of peeps are like, yo, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Be Pokemons at the wedding? I hope so. That'd be amazing. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a VMAX, this does 120 more damage. So I know a lot of people are like, yo, this is not an E-turn, Zach. What the heck are you dealing with? 120 plus 120 is 240. 240 times 2 is 480 if I'm doing maths. That knocks out a Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. Really good tech against that. Then you got ADP. You could do extra damage and draw extra prize cards. So doing the plus 30 for the metal and the water energy for Altered Creation. A lot of peeps know what ADP does, but you're drawing extra prize cards, doing extra damage per game. You got Galarian Zapdos V. So with Fighting Instincts, your attacks cost less, but you could still move energies around and use Thunderous Kick even if they cost more. You could discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, but mainly this knocks out an Eternatus VMAX in 1 hit. You have Ninetales V for all those decks that are playing Zacian, Zamazenta, Luke Metals. You got access to Flamethrower, Ninetales Shapeshifter, lots of cool attacks. One thing that I do want to note, you could attack with Crobat V or Dedenne-GX because you have the Aurora energies in this deck. And Aegislash V is a great counter against Decidueye decks. It can just go through whatever you really need it to go through. You also have Ditto. I know there's only one Ditto V in this deck, so maybe the thumbnail was a little misleading, but what am I supposed to do? Put 1,000 Pokemon in here? There's so many different Pokemon, so I went with Ditto because it could transform in any of these Pokemon. So you could grab a basic V Pokemon from your discard pile and switch it with this Pokemon. So if you, let's say you need 2 Zapdos in a matchup, you knock out your opponent's E-turn, they knock you out with their E-turn, you could then use Ditto transform into another Zapdos, and boom, you got it. There's a decent bit of text going on in this deck. You could also play the amazing rare Pokemon, so doing 150 plus 150 plus the 30 from Altered Creation. You could do some decent damage with Amazing Sword out of nowhere for a single prize card attacker. Overall, this deck is going to play out very similar to any kind of ADP deck, and it's just moving things around. You got different techs, but that's really the goal of this deck, is just to move things around. So let's jump into some gameplay. Jonathan, how do you say we got Pokemon incorporated at the wedding? Do we use all of our amazing Pokemon plushies right here as centerpieces at our table? It wouldn't be bad. I'm just saying.
No.
Michelle's like, no. She wants to have a fairy tale wedding. And that involves fun stuffs.
Because I'm a princess.
She's a princess. I'm just checking my phone. It's like, I have like 10 notifications. I'm like, who's dead? What's going on? Huh. So, word. Let's see exactly what's going on with this. You can see I've been slacking on the ladder, peeps. I've been playing with too many friends. And today, we're going to be going off of the Diet Coke extra caffeine. I don't know, maybe decorations? We'll see what we can do.
All decorations are like childish.
We'll have to see. We're on a win streak of 6, by the way. So we'll see if we can pop off on this. Let's go. Also, if you haven't given this video a like already, what are y'all doing? Make sure you give this video a like. We won the coin flip. We do want to go first with this deck. I think we want to go first with this deck. There's a little Easter egg. Everyone at Pokemon knows that you are 2 Pokemon players. Yeah, I feel like, there's just a hunch that our family knows. How to become a member, I can't find the option. So you can't become a member on mobile. Cool. So you could become a member on desktop. It's got to be with some kind of YouTube, Google store kind of greed thing, similar to the whole Apple Epic Fortnite as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, you just got to do it from a home computer. I don't know if you could do it from tablets. I honestly don't know if there's anything else. I'd have to check into that. So we hit Calyrex. Interesting. Let's go Bronzor. I mean, we could go ahead and grab at the E-turn. I'm totally, I think I'm just going to put it back and look into the deck. And go for something like a Dedenne-GX. And I want to grab at a Zacian V if we have one in there. Ooh. Also, I still haven't done the... If anyone here is a channel member for the coaching per month, I'm going to be posting that up per week. Like at the end of this week. It's been really hectic. I promise I'll get around to it. Let's grab Zacian V. Yeah, this seems cool. So it kind of plays out like an ADP this game. Not every single game you want to be using Altered, but Altered's kind of busted. We do want to make sure we have an energy attached to our Pokemon, and this could actually stop us from using our special energies, so we do want to keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and just attach to this Pokemon in case we want to do extra damage and they can Genki us. Let's go Air Balloon goes here, and let's go for Dedenne-GX. We want to get a Metal Energy in our discard pile, so we have access to Metal Saucer. Surprise, surprise, there's the Metal Saucer. I'm going to go Calm Away this for just a Bronzong. I'd rather have the Bronzong in my hand than a Pokemon Communication. It seems a little bit wasteful, but it's one of those things. Yo, Cole, word, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. You literally lived up to the word, and I appreciate that. Thank you. just make sure to link your Discord to our Discord server. If you're not part of the Discord server already, feel free to DM me and we can get you all hooked up so you can see all those sweet deck lists. For anyone who's not a member, I literally just added in a handful of post-rotation deck lists, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go Intrepid Sword here and see what's up. Ooh, and we did not get any trainer cards. This is a really good hand if our opponent goes Horror House GX. So yeah, seriously, shout out to Cole. Appreciate it. I'll see if I could... You also got the Bus Guy. All the cool stuff. I always forget that there's emotes, and I should probably add more. That's like my next to-do. I always have like a forever pile of work when it comes to the channel, and I'm like, word. But yeah, I really, truly appreciate that. Like I said, all of it goes towards creating more content and all that good stuff. So y'all the real MVPs. Y'all make me... You're the reason why I can wake up and have an audience for videos. So I truly appreciate that. So they already attached for their turn. That means they can't use Horror House GX, which means we got options for next turn. Okay, so they're using Shadow Mist. I think that Shadow Mist is going to stop us from playing Stadium cards or Special Energies. That's fine. Let's go ahead and Quick Ball. Let's get another Metal Energy in our discard pile. Go ahead and grab a Crobat so we can draw into some more cards. Now, when it comes to Ditto V, I don't know if I want to put Ditto V down or not yet. I do want to attach to Zacian V because that's the only energy that I can use. And let's go ahead and go for Crobats. Let's draw some cards. I don't want to put Ditto V down yet. So I think the only logical play here is to go switch knockouts. That's probably going to slow down our opponent. They're going to lose an air balloon, and we should be pretty cool. So let's go ahead here. Let's switch into this. I don't really see a reason not to get the knockouts, so let's just go for it. We only have one trainer card in our hand. Hi, you play not a Zamazenta V in this deck? Did it not copy and paste my right list? I did cut the Zamazenta V for an Aegislash. Zacian, Marshadow, Bronzong, TEU Zacian. So yeah, I don't play as Zamazenta V in this deck. I cut the Zamazenta V from this deck, so I just want to make sure that I was right in the description. I cut the Zamazenta V because it's cool to wall for a turn, but most decks have answers to Zamazenta V right now. Oh, our opponent's literally gonna go for it. It's wild. But good catch, Sturm. Some lists do play it, some lists do not play Aegislash. They might not find a way out of the active spot, and we could just go for, we could go for Altered Creation. That'd be busted. So I'd love to see that. So what's everyone up to today? I know there's no chill TCG events, so I'm not going to be playing in chill. This video is basically going to be for chill. Probably about another 45 minutes to an hour from now, I'm going to be playing pokes. So that's when this video is going to wrap up. Probably around 1:30 ish is when I typically like to wrap up those types of things. Yeah, they still don't have the Switch or an air balloon. So maybe I'll be back on a little bit later playing Pokemon Unite if I'm a good Zach and get everything all completed. There's a lot of stuff for me to get done today. Like, I have to write the remainder of my articles for the rest of the month. I just want to get them done early because, you know, things like rent and stuff like that are coming up. Gotta get everything prepared and all that good stuff. Jon Snow, I know you want to get that air balloon, but I don't want you to get that air balloon. What's going on? There's the... That makes sense. Lots of resources gone too. We can see the research and the Marty. And also, I might want to comment how beautiful this deck looks with all the quick balls and researches and stuff like that. Good times, good times. So they do have the switch. We are going to see the Horror House GX. I think we're going to see a Horror House GX. It looks like they're thinning their hand out, so I can't be doing stuff. Now, we could be in a pickle if our opponent does draw 3 more cards. Like, if they're going to make us draw 3 cards because we dropped to 7, we don't want to draw 3 trainer cards. And if we draw 1 more for our turn here, okay, we did not. They can only hit us for 200. It doesn't matter now, so let's go ahead and retreat, send this up, and let's just go for Altered Creation GX at this point. The reason why I think it's worthwhile to use Altered Creation GX at this point is because we can knock this out with the Zacian V with just the boosted damage, and then we just need to knock out one of these Pokemon boss's orders for game. I think that sounds pretty cool. What do you think about Gengar VMAX? Gengar VMAX looks really cool. I need to refresh myself on what Gengar VMAX actually does. I'm just gonna see what Gengar VMAX does. 1 second. So it's a single strike Pokemon, does 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon V and GX in play. 250, this Pokemon can't attack. I mean, I think it's okay. 2 days in a row of live stream, let's go. What's going on, Nat? How's it going today? We have a lot of really good cards in our hand for what it's worth. I think we could almost checkmate this game up. And the unfortunate surprise where there's not enough. That means we don't need a switch either. Chaotic Swell, Metal Saucer. We're just going to try to build up and get the double knockout kind of vibes. I'm going to go Marnie to preserve my hand as much as possible. I think that sounds like a really good idea. Pretty amazing. Loving life. I really enjoyed your deck yesterday. How's you? I'm doing really good. Michelle and I, we just sent away our contract for everything. So we booked our wedding reception area, and later on today we're putting a down deposit for a bunch of food. So that's kind of fun. Big money moves day. I think I want to go for like an Eternatus V here. I think that sounds like the absolute play. Let's go Metal Transfer, moving this to there. Moving this to there. Moving this to there. I'm just going to keep it at 3 right now. I think that sounds worthwhile. And we're going to draw 3 prize cards with Brave Blade because it's now a boosted damage. So yeah, basically not just huge strides in our wedding stuff. Yeah, I thought they were super cute too. Oh, I'm just talking to Nat. Michelle says hi. So word, we got the research and we got a quick ball. I think we're actually in a position where, like, if they knock out our Eternatus V, they lose the game because we should be able to just get out of it. We can go Ditto, get Etern V back. Because I think we have Ditto in our deck. Yeah, we did make sure that we kept it in the deck, so we could just use Ditto, transform into Eternatus V. Then we just need to find an Aurora Energy out of a pretty small deck. Alternatively, we can just try to find Eldegoss. I mean, we can't get boss, so that doesn't really change too much. Our opponent still has a long way to go since they're at 6 prize cards and we're at 1. So certainly vibing. Nat says hi with a bunch of eyes, like the Kanye West song. I mean, best case scenario is our opponent does not take out Etern V. That's really what we're looking for here. Energy Recycler, that's a hot tech. If that's all creamy, then we're just going to see a pitch of the hands. Yeah. I mean, our opponent's playing this as well as they possibly can. So where are we at? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 180 damage. Or sorry, 190 damage. We need... There's another energy. Now, they did play Research, which means they can't take care of Etern V, which means that we have game in hands. Unless, of course, they're worried that... I mean, maybe we can't get the knockout with Etern V on the Zapdos. Okay, we just have win. So this is why the Etern V is good. Okay, so there's the concession. We take the dub and we continue on. So did anyone play with Gardevoir on Unite last night? Came out at 3 a.m. my time. I was literally driving around because I'm like an absolute crazy person that drives around at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Just like lots on my mind and stuff like that. Went on like a late night walk downtown with my dog and Michelle. And Michelle's like, yo, Gardevoir comes out. So then I played, of course I played Unite until like 4 o'clock in the morning. Would I like to go first? Yes. Give our opponent the friendly hello. Word, what is up? I don't know if I want to start with, Ditto or not. Ditto's probably better to start than with Aegislash or Bronzor, right? We're starting with Ditto, peeps. I think I want to just grab Zacian here. I'm looking for, so our Etern pal is gone. So that means we might want to be attacking with Zacian. So we prize Zacian, or is it Zamazenta Amazing Rare? Those might be cool. Now, what's Galarian Darmanitan weak to again? So if this is a Shadow Rider Calyrex for what it's worth, we don't really have many techs. We're just going to have to play as a normal, like, ADP deck. Which doesn't really spell well, but whatever. Yeah, what's that weak to? Like, what's Galarian Darmanitan? Because a lot of decks are Zacian decks. Weak to metal, rip. I mean, Ben, if you're okay with losing to Zacian, it's a tough choice. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I guess Ice Rider's also weak. Oh, am I playing against one of these decks too? The fact that they're playing Bronzor literally tells me that I think we're playing a mirror match. And I think our hand almost got better. What does this dude do? 100 plus 120 for any special energy attack. That's actually not bad. So that's some kind of Urshifu tech, I guess. Ditto VMAX might be good post-rotation. Also, I'm finalizing my details on my huge announcement after reaching 5K subs. I mean, it's huge for me, so I'm excited. Hopefully everyone's excited. I don't want to like overhype anything, but I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff to happen. And I mean, there's just a lot of really cool stuff going on. So I'm really hyped to share all those details when I can. Actually, there's a lot of really cool things going on that I literally cannot share details about. So I don't know, all I can say is like stay tuned on the content. If you just discovered me, I got a lot of really cool things that I'm planning in the works and things that are coming coming to life soon. A lot of projects I've been working on. There's their ADP. Okay, so we are playing a mirror. What the heck? See, this deck is so popular now, we literally hit a mirror. So, there's their ADP. Cool. There's their Bronzong, because they can evolve with evolutionary advantage. So if you go second, this Pokemon can evolve. Still, you want to just attach an energy on your first turn. Like, that's really the main goal. Doesn't matter who you attach to, because I can use Bronzong to force the energy to another Pokemon. So as long as I find an Aurora energy, we're pretty much vibing. Now, they've gone through a lot of resources. Like, my deck only plays 1 Dedenne, 1 Crobat. I've used neither of those, where if they've used both. I don't know if this deck, if I actually have a free retreat Pokemon, but it might actually be better to have a free retreat Pokemon. So I could Ditto V transform as having like a, what's it called? Kind of just like an air balloon built in, or a switch built in, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. There's another Bronzong. Hey, how's it going, Chunky Cheese? So the fact that they attach that means we're golden. Now, I want the ADP, but it's more hard for me to get out Bronzong here, because Pokemon communications are less. We have more quick balls, more opportunities to get it. So we're gonna go ahead and go like that. We're grabbing this. We can't attach a metal energy here because we want to get an Aurora energy. So let's go ahead here and pitch this hand away. Well, apparently we would have got a bajillion Bronzong, so let's pitch one of those because that doesn't really matter. Let's go for the ADP because that's literally the only thing that matters. Let's go ahead here. We only need 1 Bronzong per game here, peeps, I'm pretty sure. So let's go this, pitch away a Bronzong. I'd rather have access to things. Let's try to draw a switch air balloon. Boom. I think we are going to take the dub here. So this is how the game is going to go. We're just going to go metal transfer, boom, boom. And we're going to turn it into a normal ADP deck. So this deck very much functions like ADP. It might be better to play 2 ADPs more and more that I think about it. Maybe it's not. But we're going to go Altered Creation GX before our opponent goes Altered Creation GX. Their only reasonable response is Altered Creation GX. They need to hope and sit here that I do not have boss's orders. I'm going to boss's orders up something like Crobat V or Dedenne-GX or anything that I could hit for 180 and get it knocked out. Drawing 3 prize cards, boss game. So I'm essentially 1 turn ahead of my opponent and they're just going to concede. Okay, cool. We are 8 games deep in this win streak. So that's kind of cool. Winning 8 games in a row is kind of pog. Got some of those Pokemon chests. So yesterday on PTCGO, I was able to trade for a gold quick ball. It was kind of fire. Totally take those. So let's see what we hit this time. We hit Pro 9 Das. Maybe they're playing a Luke Metal deck? Would I like to go first? Yeah. Like any ADP deck, we basically want to go first. And I mean, this seems like a pretty good start if I've ever seen one. The fact that they're mulliganing too is nice. And we usually have, aren't commons more your style? Commons? What do you mean by commons? I'm so confused. Okay, so some kind of Mewtwo deck. We probably... Are you finally getting hooked on the shinies? Oh, it's for side projects. I guess I should explain myself. I want to get this in my discard pile just for the sake of, you know, getting things. I should have searched for my deck with that as well. I don't necessarily want to go quick ball here, so I'm going to attach to my active, because I can always move things after. Would you say Bronzong ADP is the best ADP build right now? I'd say ADP Moltres is probably the best ADP deck. They're just different enough to the point where that it should just be mentioned. Cool. You pull the Lockdragable VMAX on your daily login pack? Whoa, that's kind of wild, actually. We take those. You love to get those VMAXs for free. Looks like our opponent's just going to go for a Crescent Glow. I don't remember the last time I got, like, a great pull. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go put this down. I'm gonna switch. Are there any things that I do not want in this deck? I don't want Aegislash, I know that for sure. When it comes to Psychic type Pokemon, might want Marshadow. I don't think I want Zapdos. So just trying to thin my deck a little bit to try to get the Aurora energy so I can use Altered Creation. I don't know if there's anything that I particularly want here. Like, I could go Ditto to pop out of nowhere. I think I'm just going to go for another Bronzor, to be honest. And I think I could pitch this hand, too. It's kind of awkward, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. Hello, hands. Guess we're just gonna go Altered Creation GX for 1, so that seems incredibly awkward. They're like, what the heck? Yeah, we went through our deck with the Dedenne-GX and research and could not find an Aurora energy. So they have the Aurora energies, so much in fact that they had 2. Now, currently they don't have Pokemon. I don't know why they're reset stamping me. Maybe they have a Gengar Mimikyu? Okay. They're just trying to draw cards. That makes sense too. I mean, drawing cards is always good. Fog Crystal for Trevnoir, got it. I don't know if they're going to go for their GX attack. I don't know what they're going to go for. I think it's much better to do Night Watch, yeah. That's cool. I could go Ultimate Ray. Ultimate Ray might actually not even be that bad. Let's go Metal Transfer, move this up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Ultimate Ray. I don't see a reason why not to. So they're going to go attack. I mean, it just depends on what they can get with other energies. Like, so far it seems like they don't have a lot of energies built up onto their other Pokemon. So maybe that's going to be my way of jumping back into this game. I'd like to get the Zacian powered up because that can do enough damage to knock out a Mewtwo. Okay, so wait, what attack did they... Oh, they just healed. Okay. I mean, I have free retreat if I put on the air balloons. That's cool. So let's try to get that powered up whenever possible. Not sure how I want to deal with this right now. I think... I don't know what they'd play. Maybe they'd play a Solgaleo Lunala. Gonna go this, and I'm just gonna go Brave Blade here. I think that sounds fine. So nothing going on crazy with like our turn. Our opponent using their GX attack to heal really might cause some issues for us. Now they can't go ahead and go like Incineroar GX, but if they do go something like Solgaleo Lunala, it can be difficult. It sucks that we are 10 damage short from just getting the knockout. But that's how it's going to be sometimes. So there's Reshazard. They're going to be able to go Outrage. Now, they can't really move around their energies too much. So our goal here next turn is to just like come in, attack with our Zacian, and just really hope that our opponent doesn't have too many answers. So they do have Horror House GX. That requires 3 from that Pokemon. In terms of other attacks that they have, they basically only have what they have. They use their GX attack, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and attack with Zacian V, and then just try to get my hand as low as possible. Now, I do have access to Marnie, so I am going to go Eldegoss, and just try to go ahead and do that with Marnie. So let's go like this. Marnie, our opponent does have a very large hands. Let's try to lower it. We're going to retreat here into Zacian. I'm going to switch back out, and then I'm going to go Metal Transfer. So I'm trying to stop my opponent from basically being able to knock out any of my Pokemon. But first and foremost, I don't want my active Pokemon getting knocked out. I can't thin my hand any more of trainer cards because I'm watching out for their Poltergeist attack. So having predictions on Pokemon can be huge. I know this might be a bit of an overkill, but our opponent has one prize card left. This is a Pokemon in play that has the most HP, which I feel gives me the most reasonable chance of winning this game. Don't be a trainer card. Don't be a trainer card. Don't be a trainer card. So with us having 2 in play, our opponent cannot get a knockout with Horror House GX. Or sorry, with Poltergeist. Now that does mean if they do attack with Mewtwo Mew, we do get the knockout with Amazing Sword, doing 180 times 2. Unless of course they drop a Jirachi GX. So they might just bring up something like the Bronzong in hopes that we just don't have anything. Our hand's not particularly great. Okay, okay, that's huge actually for us. Because it looks like they can only use Massive Bloom for 180. There's a Dragonite, it looks like they won't be able to use it. Please tell me they do not have Jirachi GX because this Zacian would be huge. There's Chomptina. Do they have Energy Switch? Oh no, Reset Stamp. I mean, that doesn't really change too much for us. Maybe they do play an Energy Switch. They go Energy Switch from Cresselia, they might be able to do something. Are we going to be able to take this game, peeps? Fog Crystal, please don't be Jirachi. 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 It's not even wild. Oh. Wow. If we have boss orders top deck, we win the game. Okay, that's not a boss's orders top deck. They can literally just attack for 180. So we need to hope that they do not have boss and an Aurora energy. They're down 2 Aurora energies, or sorry, they're down 3 Aurora energies. Hey, how's it going, Terry? No reason for us not, so let's go calm. Let's go calm this away. Let's double check. We have no bosses left. Cool. So we are stuck in this kind of rough loop of things that could happen. I mean, this seems like it could be good. We're gonna go for this play. I think this play is a little spooky. I could have held on to the Pokemon communication actually and tried to go for the boss play, not knowing that I had other bosses in my discard pot or in my deck. So I should have checked my deck a little bit better. Let's try to recover this and go float up. Yes. And the reason why we didn't attack with Zacian V for the knockout there, because they do have, well, they don't have weakness. We could have attacked with Amazing Sword and got the knockouts. Our opponent could just knock us out. Back with the Mewtwo, if they could just get an Aurora energy. So if they're grabbing Guzma Hala, they might not necessarily have things. Honestly, this game's getting like incredibly tight. Is there anything in my discard pile that I'd like to use? There's a Dedenne-GX. There's a Fog Crystal. It's so tight. That's the issue. The game's just like so tight. Marnie? Okay. I like my chances with Marnie. We have the energy. I think the energy here is super cool. We have a Metal Saucer. So basically, if we get a Quick Ball, which we can't get Quick Ball, if we get Pokemon Communication, or if we top deck Eldegoss, basically Eldegoss is what our play is because we can get Boss. There's a Great Catcher. Did they get it? Do they have the Aurora Energy as one of their last 2 cards in their hands? We're basically trying to boss up the Mewtwo Mew here, is the play. Oh, they're trying to slow us down still. Got it. Eldegoss? There's the 2 energies. So when it gets to the 3 energies, we don't really have anything. So again, we just go after the Zacian V. And we don't bench anything else because we want to keep that bench spot open. And we go Brave Blade because, again, this Pokemon has the biggest amount of HP. It's games like this where it's just like, you always gotta like come up with the reasons why you're making these plays. Like, the Chaotic Spell is going to do nothing for us, but like, hopefully our opponent just does not have like boss energy. Like, they've gone through a decent bit of resources too. Like, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, they literally had discarded a boss. So to me, that tells me that they had the win. I don't know if they have another boss. Yeah. It is what it is. The fact that their literal last few cards in their hand were boss, Aurora Energy is completely wild if you ask me. So that game, again, not having access to Pokemon that can hit Mewtwo really hard. I mean, I think Zacian might be better as a Zamazenta V. Or not Zamazenta V, as a Necrozma V. I think that legitimately would be better. We'll play one last game with this deck. If I could find the deck here. So. Word. So our opponent's just choosing who goes first. Cool. We're gonna go second. That's fine. I mean, I actually think I like this hand. So we're gonna start with Zacian. I think Zacian's typically a good Pokemon to start with. Seems really cool. Our opponent is playing... I honestly can't tell what they're playing. I've been waiting too much for this deck. Hey, Zavs99. I think this deck's fire. Lots of cool things going on with this deck here. So I'm glad that I'm able to showcase like what the deck can do. Of course we want to get some mulligans. Geez, that sounds amazing. So with our opponent playing Hoopa and all the dark deck and dark sleeves, maybe our opponent's playing Eternatus? No, it doesn't look like it. I'm going to miss Crazy Code Porygon. Yeah, that deck's actually, like, there's a lot of really cool cards that we have in our formats. Oh, okay, is this a Spiritomb deck? Spiritomb is definitely a matchup where we want to be going with Altered Creation and attack as soon as possible, avoiding Pokemon that are weak to dark whenever possible. Yeah, with Spike Myth and everything, it looks like we're probably hitting that. Luckily, our hand seems pretty good in order to make this all happen. If I could punish our opponent with a boss's orders, Metal Amarmint, which... What is an Amarmint? I'm literally a professional writer and I don't know what that word is. I thought it would have been like Metal Adornment or Metal Armor or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and I don't know words. Have I tried playing Rapid Strike Malamar? Seems to knock out anything I put in the active. Yeah, so Slappy, I did cover the deck on the channel. So we did give that deck a whirl. I think there's a lot of moving pieces. It's really fun to play, but I think there's too many moving pieces for my liking. And what I mean that is just like you need to always have X amount of Pokemon in your hand or this or that, or are they going to drop it to Dedenne-GX or something like that? What's the last card in their hands? Okay. Unknown, unknown. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go calm this back into the deck. I think that sounds like a good idea. Search deck for Bronzor. I should have searched through my entire deck there. Again, I need to get used to searching through my deck, especially when it's decks that I'm not 100% certain of. Let's go Pokemon Communication. Again, we're going to put this away back into the deck. Let's search out the deck. Let's go ADP. ADP is going to be our main strategy here. Go Marshadow in play just in case we want to get rid of Spike Myth. Now, I'm going to pitch this hand away in hopes that we can actually get a turn 1 Altered Creation GX off. I think that sounds huge. We can get that with Metal Saucer. We have a Metal Pokemon on our bench already. When it comes to other things, let's just try to draw more cards. So let's go Crobat first. We're actually going to go Chaotic Swell to stop the Spike Myth. We also have Marshadow in play for after that. Let's go Research. So we need to find an Air Balloon, an Aurora Energy, and... We're going to try one more time. Yeah, I don't want to attach yet. I don't think they're going to get the knockout on the Zacian V. I could be wrong. I'm going to just hope that they don't get it on that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go Intrepid Sword. So there's my Aurora Energies. So our whole goal here is to go Altered Creation GX next turn, attack, 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 win the game. We don't need too many energies when it comes to this matchup, so we should be pretty okay. Okay, please don't be a supporter card in your hand. Please do not be a supporter card in your hands. Pass. Oh. That is their supporter card, so they probably can't do too much. They might just get an attack off into us. I'm going to go ahead and pitch away the Aegislash. Actually, Aegislash might be able to attack for less energies. So we got to be looking at Pokemon that can attack uniquely because there's not a lot of damage that we need to be doing. There's no point in me doing anything else here except going for Altered Creation GX. So we're doing an additional 30 damage and we are doing the extra prize card. So we need to go knockout, knockout, knockouts. So our opponent's going to be doing 5 times 3, 160, I believe, which will get the knockouts. Our Eldegoss isn't there, so I think we're going to have to go for is it Zacian or Zamazenta amazing rare attack? Okay, we did get a Metal Saucer, so let's go Metal Saucer. It looks like they might struggle to hit 210. I'm actually just going to go ahead and go for... I don't know what other 2 energy attacks we have that can hit for 60. Or 1 energy attacks. I'm going to Pokemon Communication away the Bronzor. So we have Zacian, or we can go Ditto V, getting the knockouts. Yeah, there's really not a lot. 7. I think we have to go Ditto V. So this is a cool way that you can like utilize different Pokemon. Let's go Power Accelerator. I think that sounds cool. So we get the knockout. There's no Pokemon that we can get there. Oh wow, another stream already. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, it saves me a little bit of time when it comes to editing the videos and stuff, so it works out great. Hopefully they don't take a knockout. Like, their start was incredibly powerful. If we had one more turn with the ADP, we would have been in much better shape. Let's hope that they just can't follow this up. They still need a decent bits. Okay. They need to get 7 on there to get the knockout. There's the Jinx. Send up Marshadow. Maybe we could send up more Pokemon in order to make this all happen. I don't know if that actually really helps us or not. Looks like our opponent can just get the knockout with Anguish Cry if they know what they're doing. Let's send up Bronzong. Sucks to send up Bronzong, but I mean, we're just trying to send up a single prize card Pokemon. Yeah, I think, like, we're gonna be one turn away from winning this game, I think. People laughed at me when I said Ditto is the next Mew 3. He only gets stronger the more and more that come out. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it the new Mew 3, but I get where your sentiment comes from. We can't do 3 damage counters there. I can't get a knockout like that. So I think we are just out of luck here, unfortunately. Actually, you want to know what? I could attack the active. That does give me an out. So as long as they don't have a boss's orders, we can take the game. I don't want to give them extra damage counters, so we're going to go like this. I mean, this game makes it look clunky because we're playing against a Spiritomb deck. If our opponent doesn't have boss, though, we win the game. Oh, you want to know what? We don't win the game because we did damage counters. I'm stupid. So anyone who doesn't want to make the same mistake that I just did, Altered Creation only does when you're doing damage, not damage counters. So keep that in mind. Our opponent probably has boss anyway, so we would have lost the game. But that was a cute way of me dealing with things. Maybe they'll find a way to like accidentally knock out their Spiritomb, which would be hilarious. Dang, I almost missed the bronze stream. Hello all. I don't know what they're doing with the whole well played. Maybe we could just knock out their other Spiritomb. Either that or they're playing out all their actions. So there's no point of our opponent playing things like Ordinary Rod. Especially when they just have win in hands. But that's okay. That's alright. So, I mean, that's fine. This deck's not perfect. And I mean, our opponent got a pretty decent start when it comes to a Spiritomb deck. So a Spiritomb deck, of course, can do stuff like that. So, keeping it in mind. So let's go over to the deck manager and we'll just review the deck. So out of everything, I found the weakest link to definitely be the Zacian. I think Zacian definitely sucked a little bit. If I were to change anything about this deck, I think I'd probably add in a Necrozma V. Or maybe just like a Necrozma. Necrozma might be better. Just to get around like Decidueye. I could see that being incredibly powerful. But this is basically the card that I think would be good against like a Mewtwo deck or a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. Anything that's Psychic type weak. Because the Zacian that we have is not as good. The Zacian Amazing Rare. Now, Aegislash is only going to be good if you expect Decidueye. I like Ditto Aegislash that basically destroys Decidueye. When it came to other attackers, I mean, we didn't hit an E-turn. We didn't hit a deck that's weak to fire. But we have options. I'd also probably cut a Bronzong for another ADP. I think that would be very important going forward with this deck. In terms of like other just raw cards in the deck, I mean, I think the list seems very well constructed in terms of current meta techs, current options against what we have going on. So I like how this list looks for the current meta game. Just choosing different attackers that you can use with Bronzong. I think this is basically, if I were to play in a tournament tomorrow, this is how I'd play the deck. Now, would I play this deck? No. I don't think this deck is as good as ADP Moltres, and I think it's a lower top 10 deck for a reason. So keeping that in mind, not every deck is going to be perfect. Not every deck is going to be the best, but this is one of the best decks that we have in our format. Don't get me wrong, it is one of the top 10 decks, and as you saw for the first half of the stream, or for the majority of the stream, I was able to take down my opponent's decks, basically functioning as an ADP deck, because this is just another variant of ADP. This is why ADP Zacian is not played in our formats. It's now ADP Bronzong Box. And if you're not playing ADP Bronzong Box, then the other ADP players are playing ADP Moltres. So it really seems like there's two sides, and ADP Zacian kind of got left out in between. So that's what we got going on for today in this video. I hope everyone enjoyed watching it. And tuning in and asking questions, and I mean supporting me as just a content creator, hearing all the things like, yo, there's another stream going on today, word, all that stuff amps me up, gets me super hyped. And I do want to give again a special shout out to everyone who got me to 5,000 subscribers. It takes an army to get to that level. Like 5,000 people is a lot, and I can only hope one day to grow that to 6,000, 7,500, 10,000, and really like start cementing myself as one of the go-to peeps in the Pokemon community. I'm just gonna look at the questions for a little bit. I love how you made an updated top 5 budget deck list. It was much needed. Surprised Leon Charizard wasn't on that list, and Lapras VMAX is still strong too. So those decks, I really went with the decks that were seeing play when it came to my budget decks. So that's really why I went with that. One thing that I do have in the works is basically covering some of my personal post-rotation decks, or I guess Sword and Shield on decks, in case that's useful for anyone. So I might cover that in an upcoming video relatively soon. Again, I'm incredibly busy when it comes to things. Like today, I'm going to be writing another 4 articles. I got some errands to do. I just like a bunch of adult stuff. So I hope that everyone understands that I might miss a video here or there. I honestly want to just get to as many videos as possible and help everyone just learn more Pokemon, but that's where we're at. So if you haven't already, give this video a like. It does really help boost the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's get to 6,000 ASAP. You heard it. Tell your friends, tell everybody about it, and leave a comment below if you like the Bronzong deck or not. All those things really do help out the channel. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, like I said, I'm just an average dude, literally marrying the love of my life. So we're trying to make everything all work. If you ever have anything extra, feel free to pick up a Zacian t-shirt or some Zacian merch. Become a channel member. All that stuff really does help out. So I'll catch up with everyone later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Again, there will be no chill stream tonight. There is no chill tournament at all tonight. I'll be back hopefully next week for chill. But again, more news coming for everything else, so stay tuned. We'll catch up with everyone later. Peace out and have